Hi, yeah, good evening. This is sort of continuation of a previous video I made about uh, solar cells, really, and in particular about one I made. This was actually the one I made on the first video. This is the second, and it's what it looks like actually. It's a sort of laminated plastic which comes from standard office suppliers, and tin foil, and solar cells that you can buy the web, or and you can buy them damaged when they're a lot cheaper. Actually, the whole thing works out economically if you do that. But um, the reason I'm continuing with this video now is this second video is that it's possible to the second development I've invented actually is it's possible to obviously form these electrodes and solar cells to generate a voltage, yeah. But it's also possible to as well as having the electrodes, tin foil sort of project from the side of the laminate produced by the laminating machine. It's also possible to create a completely waterproof contact, electrical contact, to sort of communicate electricity from inside the cell to outside the cell in a completely robust and dependable way, rather than having tin foil sort of project everywhere, and which is also good. Obviously, it works very well. But the way you do this is actually, after you put this all together. I've done this before with other cells, so you don't have to worry. But the way you connect basically, the inside to the outside of a cell is with one of these. It's an office stapler. Again, like the office machinery for the laminator, and you basically you staple through the sort of the laminate. Like here, I'd be stapling through, with no contact to the foil, right? But obviously that's not going to produce any electrical contact to the cell. But it's also possible to, put a sort of staple through, basically, the kind of foil area like that, which I just did. I hope you can witness that to your satisfaction. And the result is, a staple through plastic laminate, through foil, and basically, coming out the other side. Hopefully, yes, it has. Yeah, coming out the other side with what you expect. And that's the first step. That's the first half of it. Actually, the difficult bit is to make that electrical contact completely sort of solid, because as it is, it's a bit loose, So basically, the way I've decided to tell you how to do that is with this stuff, wire glue, right? Which is a new product just out from the sort of MIT, Harvard area of Massachusetts, and it's inexpensive actually. It's a few dollars really, maybe, for a pot this size. It produces. This would produce. There's a wall over here. The wall of electrical contacts are made with this wire glue. And obviously the way you put it on is you put the wire glue on the kind of holes, the hole of two holes, one or two holes of the staple. You just sort of paint it on really. Then you have to leave it a few hours. So, you know, the ones I prepared earlier are these ones here, you can see, which generate a voltage, you know, from the inside of a building to the sunlight outside. But the way it's done is actually important for you to know. Probably it's done with a standard kind of toothpick. Don't know if you can see it there. This one's been used before by me, obviously. So what I'll do now for the rest of this video is hopefully you know, apply some of this wire glue, just like how the instructions say, to the you know, the two staple holes, and I can't show you how it works afterwards because it takes time to dry. Beforehand I can show you the cell works, I suppose, in the previous video by connecting a voltmeter to it. So what I'll do now are those two things. I hope you can hear me. I've got a work surface here that I prepared. This is basically a photocopier. Just get rid of this other one. And a voltmeter. And here are some more toothpicks, I think you can hopefully see. So this is the old cell from the first video, which is nice to see again. Obviously, well, for you it is, obviously. For me, it's routine. And this is a voltmeter. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, but it's dark at the moment, it's actually night. So if I connect these two electrodes to the cell, sorry, the panel, at night, maybe you can see the voltage. Maybe you can't. But anyway, there's one. It's this way maybe. There's one. There's another. There's one. There's another. And that's reading. That's reading, you know, freezing a number there in millivolts in the dark. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you can. And that's off. Hopefully it goes back to 0. Yeah, so anyway, that's the you know, that's the original cell, actually, the original cell from the first video, which, you know, shows how it works and everything. That's the staple that is put through, which I hope you can see. You know, this is the pot of wire glue, which you basically open. Yeah, that leaves a tub of wire goo, actually, wire glue that you meant to stir up just to keep it all together. And then you get some on the toothpick like this. You know, I've done a wall load over there, obviously, so I'm fairly confident this might work. And put a drop on one of the holes there, and then a drop on the other hole, like that. and that's 2 drops, one on each of the sort of legs of the staple hole, and there it is, really, like that. See, there it is. So you wait for that to dry. Let these others are all dry. Basically, in history, so it's responsible, to be honest. And I've never done this with more than one of the staple holes before, actually, because the other ones over on the wall which we used on the inside of the building. They work fine just with one of the staple legs and holes done. They really do. This has got both the 2 staple hole legs, sort of locked in with wire glue, really. And the result is, you see on one side here, it's 2 electrical contacts that have been the wire glue sort of seeps into the staple holes, if you see what I mean, and it solidifies the connection actually between tin foil and the staple, and results in an electrical contact that is a lot more dependable, and more to the point is waterproof. I'm hoping it's going to be waterproof. But I think, it is actually. That means that the whole, this original cell is done now, it's just used up, but it means the whole, the whole sort of, the whole cell, which is, this is a cell that is sort of isolated, really, that the electrical contacts are not protruding from the edge of the laminate, so it's completely waterproof. Obviously, you put a couple of electrical contacts through there with a staple, you seal it basically forever with the wire glue from the from the MIT and Harvard area of Massachusetts for a few dollars, and that is a kind of that's a kind of waterproof way of communicating the electricity, the power from inside the cell, obviously in a waterproof way to outside the cell, the outside world. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I guess, the bonus of this was the second video, as you can see the original solar panel working with a few millivolts there, because it's night time. There's not much power to be made at night, other than obviously from the light bulbs here. But that's a way of transmitting electricity in a way over a few meters. You beam electricity via the light bulb to one of these cells, that comes out a few meters later, the power source. So, with these you can transmit electricity a few meters, a few yards. So hopefully, you'll have been put in the picture now. The video is reading 15 minutes, which is longer than I had hoped it would take. But I guess 15 minutes is 15 minutes that hopefully might improve the world. Thank you very much, and goodbye.